Baada ya familia ya mwenda zake Monica Kimani kusubiri kwa takriban miaka 6 ili kupata haki ya mwanao.
In recent past, there have been numerous reports of senseless murders targeting persons of female gender. Let this not just be my words from where I sit. In an article dated the 26th January 2024, Amnesty International Kenya noted that a woman is killed in this country in every 2 days. And I will quote from the article so that I attribute it to where it belongs. Let me read the caption from that article. Amnesty International Kenya strongly condemns the profiling, torture, and killing of women and any other individual based on their identity. Over 10 cases of femicide have been reported across the country since 1st of January 2024. That is, every second day, a woman has been brutalized and killed because of her identity. According to statistics from Africa Data Hub, between 2016 and 2023, over 500 women have been killed. The majority of those murdered were below the age of 35 years and were killed by intimate partners or people known to them. According to the Africa Data Hub, a regional network of data organization that traces such killing based on newspaper reports, it states that about 500 women have been killed in Kenya from January 2016 to 2023. And let me draw ourselves back home. In an article published by the Daily Nation on 27th of January 2024, it indicates that 16 women have been killed since January 2024. The most disturbing was a case of Rita Mweni, a 20-year-old student at Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, who was lured to a short accommodation apartment at Roysambu, commonly known as Airbnb. She was murdered, her body was dismembered, her head was dumped at a different location, and one can only but consider the words said by Dr. Jansen Odwal, the pathologist. And these were his words. He said, "This is the first time I've come across such an incident in my forensic life. I have never come across such an incident." And so when we are considering the public's denunciation of a crime, one cannot live outside the prevailing circumstance in the society. And the evidence adduced does not lead to a conclusion that this murder was accidental, that the perpetrator did not have an opportunity to think about the consequences of his action. It was intentional. It was not a defensive act. It was not out of provocation. It was planned, it was intended, and it was executed. And those who do not subscribe to Christian faith, bear with me. I do. And that's the only place I could make reference to. In the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 12 to 13, this is what is written. I think I looked at the, was it NIV? You can find out, speaks to the same thing. This is what the Lord said to Satan. Behold, all that he has is yours. Only do not lay a hand on his. In the act of murder, one person's life ends, but countless number of lives are forever impacted. I will read again. In an act of murder, one person's life ends, but a countless number of lives are forever impacted. Secondly, murder leaves behind a trail of shattered dreams and broken hearts that can never be healed. Murder leaves behind a trail of shattered dreams and broken hearts that can never be healed. I have said the accused person before me is 33 years. The deceased was 28 years. Thirdly, the act of murder is a heinous crime that challenges the moral fabric of society and demands justice. And so it is not just a loss to the immediate family. Of course it is in the highest degree, but it's a loss to the society when one is killed unlawfully. And so, based on everything I have said, I have ordered that the first accused person before this court being Joseph Kuria Irungu alias Joey, shall suffer death as provided for the offense of murder under section 204 of the Penal Code of Kenya. And that sentence is lawfully set aside by a court of competent jurisdiction. That is the order of the court. Thank you.
Me, I believe my son is innocent. Na hajafanya kazi yoyote, kosa yoyote, hajaua. Kuna kitu ninaamini, kuna a God of a second chance na atamtoa. Na ndio unaona niko na nguvu sababu Mungu mwenye ninaamini ndiye atamtoa. He is like Joseph. Joseph alidhulumiwa hivi na Mungu baadaye alimtoa. Na hata ninaamini sasa atamtoa wakati wa Mungu ukifika.
Familia ya mfanyabiashara mwenda zake Monica Kimani ililazimika kusubiri kwa takriban miaka 6 ili kupata haki ya mwanao. Hatimaye leo hii hakimu Grace Nzioka ametoa hukumu ya kifungo cha maisha kwake Joey Irungu. Je, familia ya Joey Irungu itakata rufaa ndani ya siku 14? Nikiripotia Mo Radio kutoka katika mahakama ya Milimani jijini Nairobi, jina langu ni Ronnie Regan.
Mo Radio 88.2 FM. We are in charge.